Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to, I don't know, another episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. And this episode, we are gonna do the class trial, fourth one. This one's actually very interesting, and especially here we can see the numbers beginning to thin down, truly. The ultimate martial artist, a locked room murder mystery, wink. What the... Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss it in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body, XD. This is just plain creepy, yo.
Well,
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends crying? He's right, that does make it seem sad. Oh my god, so sad.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see you down there. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me!
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm totally, completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Whatever. Anyways, either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough because there can be no doubt. One of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know, and yet someone killed her. And that person is here. That person is one of us? Perhaps among us? I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close, and felt it began its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clicking sounds. We fell lower and lower, and suddenly, as always, the ride was over. The door opened once again. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again, or will school life come to an end completely? Now then, are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain entered, opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. Steadies the aim a little. Effective during non-stop debate and Heyman scam. Oh, that's kind of useless. 不要回了. Memorizing statement. That's actually very helpful. Increases bullet time capacity. That's actually very helpful as well because I'm so bad at bullet time battle. Increases damage when just that's helpful. Allow you to reload too. That's also very helpful. Increases the time limit for each phase. Actually, all of them are pretty helpful. Maybe I'll just do that. Although that one's really good. Focus gains fever time. Maybe I'll... Lost in thought? Maybe. Gone, okay. Because I always just fail by the neural thing. I always fail by the bullet time battle. That always destroys me.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class. If you can figure out Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
This one should
Now
be.
then,
This one should be Peter.
where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Whoa! Deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure one of those three is the killer, but she must have some reason for believing in that. Okay, starting off easy, you know, warming the water, getting a few accounts in.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
There's gotta be some reason.
It was one of you killed.
And what reason did...
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
Oh, I couldn't shoot it. That was kind of hard.
It was one of you killed.
And what reason did...
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
No, that's wrong.
Who do they vote?
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died.
Couldn't bring
There's
that
no
up
doubt
yourself.
about it. One of those three killed her.
Can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all three of them. But then, does that mean one of them didn't? Okay, we're not wasting any time. Debates.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
Come on. There's no way none of you went. At least one of you is lying.
Those three were definitely connected, but they claim they never went to see Sakura. And I don't think that's true. One of them's definitely lying.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One
Plus
of you
Hiro.
is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here.
No, that's wrong. Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No.
Well, it's definitely not
It's
Hiro, I feel like.
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
Well, what Hiro said can't be right, because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after this in the nurse's office. The reason I know that is Sakura Hero Ghost.
I got it!
What? I don't
I'm
even know
not
what
sure
that means.
about that, Hero. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office.
Yeah, okay, I just know that.
So
Yeah.
if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it. I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right. I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked. That's all. I didn't do anything. You gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
The proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message. At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood,
How would he even
right?
know that? He's actually so dumb.
It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it.
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do you?
Hero, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime.
How dumb is he?
So it's hard
Bro.
to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Huh, hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message on it, was under?
Shoot!
Whoa, I forgot.
I got it!
It was on. Okay.
Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
Oh, brother.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can
What?
tell you exactly when
Either
I
this is
found
like
the
super
dying
obvious,
message. When
or like-
Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I guess I'll just try shooting with this one.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Shoot!
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation, had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
Tucked away
When
on the
I pulled it
magazine
out,
shelf.
I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
What
When I
does
pulled
any
it
of
out,
these have to do
I
with it?
saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying
Oops.
message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Oh, it's tucked away?
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
So he
When
didn't have
Ogre's
time.
body was discovered.
No. it's
Okay.
wrong.
I hate this game.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it. After we'd begun the investigation, and you weren't at the murder scene. So there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the
That was
message?
such a simple part, though.
Hold on.
So
You're
done with
focusing
this
on the wrong
BS.
part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko.
I don't even know where to begin with that one. He's just trying to confuse us.
That's true.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Without a doubt. No, absolutely doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Moment of truth.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occultist bullcrap. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30%
Oh, I'm destroying this
right.
guy.
The occultist bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occultist bullcrap. Show me the proof.
What the
I'm at least 30% right. The occultist bullcrap.
I can't take this
The
anymore.
end is nigh. Can't hear you, can't hear you. Conspiracy. The end is nigh. Can't hear you, can't hear you. Show me the proof.
Okay. Fever
Show me
time's
the
crazy.
proof.
I
This should
almost
prove
lost
it.
this one. I hate bullet
Completely
time.
unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Winning smile. Look at that smile.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
He admits it.
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
You're admitting to killing
Please.
her?
Just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got...
Sorry, do you mind waiting? I asked a couple other people to come as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end
As
everything.
soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No,
Oh my gosh,
I
are
think
you
there's
so
more
dumb?
to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain, and until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
I'm almost dead. Why he didn't use Sakura's? Why the magazine was hidden? Oh, I lost.
Shoot!
GG. I guess I knew I should have picked the first one.
I refuse to give up yet.
Ah, I knew I should have picked the first one. I'm so dumb.
I'm
If there's no bullet time battle, I wouldn't have been losing the whole time. I'm losing this much. I had to go back this much. Oh. Why is it hit?
I got it.
Oh,
That's
gosh.
true. Everything. By the time the body was discovered, why would you take the time to write that message? Then stick it somewhere we might not find it.
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Someone who wouldn't like what was written. That could have only been
I got it.
Toko.
It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait! But more important...
I'm so sad.
that
I could have
doesn't even
beat this
matter.
without any
We already
losses.
know who
If
did
not
it,
for
right?
bullet time battle.
Hero
The last one
just
probably
admitted
as
it.
well.
That's right. I killed her.
I hate bullet time.
I didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case yet. Hiro isn't the real killer, and have to prove that. Kyoko's thinking.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
Oh, wasn't she hit twice?
See? Isn't it obvious? Hero really is the killer.
I didn't want to.
What was Kyoko's summary again? 2 blows to the head, not 1.
I grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from behind. You only hit her.
Yeah.
Just once.
What's wrong? Is that not right? That's not right.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a
Oh,
Monokuma ball
I didn't
from the
use
shelf
Kyoto.
nearby.
And I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from, and you only hit.
Yeah.
Just once.
No, it's wrong.
He's the wrong truth roller. So dumb.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
2?
That's right. She had 2
All of these are
separate
just
wounds on her
hearsay. We
head.
never present any
And
evidence
remember,
also.
this girl
what a
examines dead bodies
thing.
as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles.
Oh, they're all chess pieces. Different
Once you
ones.
understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
Oh, it's actually just 2.
But how can you know
Two
for sure there
smash.
were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
The chess pieces. CHESS. What the frick? Okay, chess piece. Okay, I can't believe I actually figured out Hangman's Gambit without any of this. For once. For some reason, YouTube likes putting the Hangman's Gambit as the automatic title. Alright, man.
Now I understand. That's it. The chess pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
Wow, good memory.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then
Whoa.
let me explain. In chess,
2000
there are 6
euro.
different
Kyoko
pieces.
here.
The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
It was broken.
I got it! The bottle must have been broken,
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
Single broken bottle. The evidence that proves it is. It doesn't weigh the same.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason
I'm not
for
even
that
talking.
is
There's not much talking to do.
there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise
No, it's actually
that
just a
two
knife. The
bottles
knife's
were
really
actually
heavy.
broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be no doubt the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. Must have been used by the second attacker.
I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
Alright, man. I wouldn't lie.
Just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside,
How do we
Ogre
know
was
what
all
Yasuhiro
alone.
was actually
Toko
right?
had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Oh, I somehow believe this guy, sadly.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Vermin. No, it's not ridiculous at all. There's definitely proof that Toko was hiding in the rec room. A new element has been added to bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? Wow, more. So far, you've probably been pressing left mouse button during your final strike without a second thought. But from now on, you're gonna have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now that you choose you'll have to choose the proper bullet, a truth bullet to use during your coup d'etat glass race. You'll select it the same way during the non-stop debate. Simply press the Q key, or use the mouse wheel. And also, like your debate, if your logic is kind, it's low, but for educational purposes. What? We're just gonna pretend you're set to mean regardless. This is once, okay? Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you. Well then, good luck and have fun. What? This is only halfway through the game? I played for like hours already.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing.
Alright, man. Alright, man. Alright, man. Alright, man. Alright, right, man. Alright, 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 man. Actually, that actually worked. Wait. Oh. Fuck!
I curse you.
I forgot I had to select something.
Lie! That's enough!
This should prove it.
I hate bullet time battles. Yikes.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed
Kaguya,
Sakura.
Master's command.
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide
Is she
in
a
the
genius?
locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling.
A monster's
And when
coming
I
out.
turned around,
Oh.
there was Sakura covered in blood and staring
The
right
electricity.
at me.
It's like Uma
When I
Musume
saw
when they
that
lock in.
blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her, you mean?
Guess who's back?
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me away. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so
Sakura
startled.
actually
My
locks,
Oh,
specter was the first thing I
locked
could
in actually
find,
looks so
which I
sick.
guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
for killing him.
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Yeah.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Oh, I thought you had some words for Hiro
What's
now.
wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right?
No, not quite yet.
Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
Alright, Master. Yak yak. Yak yas. Wonder.
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf. I was just sleeping peacefully.
Oh,
And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me.
I mean,
I
Sakura
remember
wasn't
waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were
dead.
taken by surprise. So you smashed her.
Sakura
And
wasn't
where did the
attacked.
attack take place?
Right where I woke up.
Sakura didn't fall.
I killed her there in front of the shelf.
No, that's wrong.
Oh,
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
this had to be it. The evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the shelf. The
I
blood
got it!
stain.
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But,
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
This is so dumb. This is so dumb.
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
So what's happening? I don't know. Once again. I
What
bet
was it
Hami's,
that
it's
killed
pretty
Ogre?
obvious Sakura didn't die.
If it wasn't from
first time.
Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
Sakura's true cause of death.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
That's really not it. The powder.
Shoot! What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
What was it that killed Ogre?
Oh,
If it wasn't...
wait. So, status of her bot was Kyoko. Okay, what's all we account? Sakura had written notes to Toko, Byakuya, and Yasuhiro asking them to meet her in the rec room by noon. She had slid these notes underneath each person's door. Okay. What else? Yellow powder. What is yellow powder? Okay.
And what was it?
There's no other possible cause.
Monochrome follow this. Evidence of strong blow, no other injury. At some point suffered violent vomiting of blood.
What killed Sakura?
Oh, the file actually.
I can't think of anything other than the
No, that's wrong.
The file actually is helpful. Insane.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
Okay.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Oh yeah, Master
She
Byakuya.
was poisoned?
Oh yeah.
It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
Yes, Master.
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In section A, dietary supplements.
Did she
in
just
B,
kill herself?
reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Whoa. He's just drinking poison.
Master!
Oh my gosh, look at him chugging it down. We were so shocked at what we were seeing, all we could do is stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of content with one finger. She touched her finger to
This
her
is... it's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that conversely, the poison must have been in... Could it be? The candy? Oh, that doesn't look like candy. What is this? Protein drink? Was it really? How did you arrive at that conclusion? I don't know. I was just looking at the letters. Interesting. Where's E? Thank you. Great. K. Where's K? Okay.
Now I understand! The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched, so the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can.
Wow.
Once you accept
Okay.
that, it
I'm
becomes
impressed,
obvious how the
Master.
culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at sea. The protein.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real?
Okay.
Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Evidence that shows who swapped them.
I got it!
Okay. But does that show
Footprints
who it
left
is?
behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
Byakuya locked in.
What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
What?
The
Asahina?
footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Ogre's killer was...
Yep, I did it. I killed Sakura.
What the
Just as
heck?
I suspected.
But why?
The footprints were made by a pair
But
of
why?
sneakers. There was no mistaking
What
it.
happened to lesbianism?
And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Sneakers, huh? The only people wearing sneakers are Makoto and Hina.
I got it!
What's the point of that
Me and
question?
Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
Makoto, are they yours? No. Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their sizes for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us.
No.
I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Indeed, I have to agree.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura?
Oh,
And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
don't do that.
I
Why would you
found her.
do that?
There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
This is such a
Now's
dumb
my
trial as
chance
well.
to
It's
kill
not even
her.
actual murder.
That's what you
It's
thought,
like
right?
so dumb.
That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves, just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
Whoa.
You say that,
dog-eat-dog
but I'm
world.
still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism,
Does it not scroll? Okay.
but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous.
But
I didn't
the
notice
soccer
I
is
left
the
a
one with
footprint.
dust on
You
her.
didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was.
Or is
what
that
can I do?
dust just from her drinking?
Listen,
powder?
Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First, you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But that's true. Isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. Whoa. I feel like it's probably the Knives Out situation I was describing. Somehow. But like, Asahina
First I
feels
went to
bad about
Section
it.
C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we take?
So what's the footprint thing say? Yellow powder, source of yellow powder, footprints of powder. Left on the shelf. There's something strange here. It definitely contradicts
First I
something
went
I
to,
know.
that's when I grabbed the, and you spilled some of the, yeah. Okay, I moved from Section C, and that's where I switched the powder. Once I was done, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section
Oh, that's
A.
not it.
Shoot!
Oh, isn't it the
First I went to Section C.
chem lab? What's the chem lab show? There was the misplaced poison that we saw. Bottle poison. Oh, yeah.
That's
should
when I
be
grabbed the
that.
poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground.
Yeah. Okay, I moved from Section, and that's where, once I was done, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back
That's
in
not it.
Section A.
Shoot!
Oh, she switched it. That's why it looks like this.
First I went to
Poison,
Section
okay.
C. That...
好不好？
搞车的话多少钱呢？
150。
就只弄了稍微维护一下，没弄成买别的东西，轮胎啥的都没搞。
轮胎不需要搞吧？
上次还非要我轮换轮胎，我去做保养的时候，做我车子保养。
哦，我就说我弄了2000 mile，不需要换吗？
他也让你弄了是吗？
他本来想弄的，然后我说不用吧，然后他就说好吧。
标志已经重新贴了是吧？
Yeah,
绿色的。
yeah，深绿色。
跟我车上的颜色一样。
哦，没看你车上的，你看吧。
应该今年贴的都是那个颜色。
哎呀，每年都换个颜色还挺好玩。
呀，可能警察一拍，大概就知道你换过没换。
对啊。Oh
And
no.
you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah.
Source of the powder. Oh, source of the powder. The powder, what happens after the incident took place?
Okay, and then?
I moved from section C to and that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in section A.
Do I shoot this? Oh my gosh, which one do I shoot? I don't understand.
First I went to that's when I grabbed the
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from section C, and that's where, once I was done, I put the bottle filled, then I took the bottle and left the that's all there is.
Honestly,
Wait.
that's enough.
Maybe
How
I
much
need to
longer
use-
must we tolerate this?
Maybe I need the...
First I went to section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from section C to section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching...
Wait. Oh my gosh. If only I can just talk to them. There was a broken bottle. According to Byakuya, the powder had been spilled after the incident took place. After the incident took place. There was a broken bottle in front of the chem lab shelf, which is labeled chp4. The powder on the floor is assumed to have come from this.
I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
But Hina told us something contrary.
First I went to section... That's when I grabbed the poison.
Oh my gosh, which thing do I shoot? What do I shoot?
Shoot! First I went to section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the...
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from section C to section A.
Okay, I don't understand. I don't understand. What do you want me to shoot? What do you want me to shoot? What do you want me to shoot? Please. I don't understand. What do you want me to shoot?
I refuse to give up yet!
I hate this game. It's not fun. Not particularly interesting. Source of powder footprint? You dropped
First I
it,
went to
so
section
there should be
That's
footprint
when I grabbed the... And you spilled some
when you
of the...
go from A to C.
Okay, and I moved from section C.
Okay.
No, it's
Okay.
wrong! You said you went to get the poison from section C,
Yeah? What about it?
and after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from section C to section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just so nervous so I didn't notice I left the footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
well, you see...
Maybe I should have just shot that right away. Maybe I'm dumb.
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account. Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital
Oh my
clue.
gosh. Destroying?
A truly
Byakuya
grave
destroyed?
oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Huh, a piece of
It had
glass?
sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then.
Oh.
Makoto, why don't you explain it?
What?
Me?
I don't understand either.
If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Shard of blue glass. From the rec room window? That's the only blue shard of glass.
I got it!
But
It's
why?
part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question.
Why is
How
it
did a
in
shard of glass
here?
from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Was that bottle of poison? Section A of the shelf.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina?
Okay.
And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then,
Wow.
once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been
Wait,
in the
no way,
rec
it's
room when it was
Byakuya?
locked. But how
I would
can you
never
say the
guess that.
protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? That can wasn't there when she died. How did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
What? Loaded? Did anyone move it or trip over it? Something like that.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
Oh, he's just mad, maybe? That. I don't know. Kyoko's smarter. The evidence she can say that. The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. What the heck could it be?
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind.
not a doubt.
Until the locked room was unlocked. It absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Oh, I shoot it with the empty thing.
When it comes to that, there's not a doubt until the
Locked room. It absolutely was not.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched. And as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec
I don't
room,
think I can
and the
recreate
bottle
this.
of poison returned to the chem lab.
That's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that,
Oh
we
man,
need to
humble,
clarify one
humble.
other thing.
Oh jeez, oh humble.
We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It had it. Sakura
I
herself.
got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. I have to get Hina to admit that. Oh.
You're a
I hate
liar!
this.
What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end
Oh
already!
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
You're a
yeah.
liar.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wrong.
Oh
You're
yeah.
wrong.
Oh yeah. Oh
I hate
yeah.
you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
You're a
yeah.
liar.
Oh yeah.
What are you saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wrong.
Oh yeah.
You're wrong.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
let it
Oh,
end
yeah.
already.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You're a
Oh
liar.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wrong.
Oh yeah.
You're
Oh yeah.
wrong.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I hate you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You're
Oh
a
yeah.
liar.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm
Oh yeah.
telling you,
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
did
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
I hate
Oh
you.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You're a
Oh
liar.
yeah. Oh yeah.
What are you saying?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Just
Oh
let
yeah.
it end already.
I don't know what I'm saying. Oh yeah.
You're a liar.
Oh yeah.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
Oh. Yeah. Footprint. Oh my gosh.
Wrong. You're wrong. I hate you. You're a
Okay.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
Footprints. Oh. Oh my gosh. I'm about to crash
Wrong!
out.
You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
What the heck? What did none of those are the reason? Isn't it Sakura's dead body? What is this dumb game?
I refuse to give up yet.
What? Oh my gosh. Can I look at the source?
You're a liar!
I can't look at the source.
What are you saying? Wrong!
Why would I be
You're
able to?
wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar!
Wow, you're a
Wrong.
liar.
You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! I'm telling you, I did it!
Oh, Aunt Halma,
I hate
I
you!
can't hear you, I can't hear you. She hates me, she
You're
hates
a
me.
liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're
You're a
wrong!
liar.
Just let it end already!
Yeah.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
Okay, it's not this one, it's not footprints.
Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
Oh, it's yellow powder. What does yellow powder mean? What does that mean? Please. I don't even know what that
Hina,
means.
did you know that Sakura's
Oh,
foot had a certain
that-
yellow powder stuck to
Oh,
it?
that's what it is? That's what it is? Of course. Yeah, if you made the evidence truthful
It
and
did.
more clear, I
The
would have known
same
to shoot
yellow
that
powder
one.
that had
If
been
only.
spilled by the shelf in the
Gosh.
chem lab.
So dumb, this game. I
That
can't.
powder
I'm
was
crashing
yellow,
out. I can't do
wasn't
this
it?
anymore. Moment of truth, bullet
So the
time
powder
battles
we
make me
found on
crash
Sakura.
out, bro. I can't do
What
this.
else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped
But I
the
still
bottle,
understand the
she
motive.
dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
Did she just kill herself?
Here's my answer.
That's what I've been saying the whole
The
time.
one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
But of course, Sakura will create.
I got it!
Okay.
The locked room mystery was
Well, they're not
created
obvious,
by
guys.
Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. and the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you?
But why would she do that?
When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door because you already knew Sakura was dead, and because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
I got everyone. What ogre? Oh my god, man. Oh, she's dead now, huh? Sakura's been killed, I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
Why would she do that?
No! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is! Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Closing statement. Okay, we got what? He got a piece of candy as well. Oh, he got a candy later. Candy. Okay, he got candy there. I don't know what more. Why is there so many of the repeat ones? Oh, okay, that was good. I don't know what the first one is. Oh, yeah, this. Smash the bottle on her. What, break the chess piece falls off. And then he's a little unnerved, writes Toko on it. Runs away. He gets out, reads. Toko hides it. And then she reads more. Why are they putting repeat ones? What else is happening? Okay, the queen piece falls out. Yeah. Does she see this? She sees this? No, that doesn't make sense. That's already there. Okay, I don't know where to put in there. Anyways, She's... Why would she drink the protein powder there? Oh, she puts it in her pocket there. And then switch it there. Puts it down. Puts the protein powder down. That'd be here. Oh wait, no, that's chem. I think that's correct. That's correct. What's the last piece of evidence that goes here? Drinks this. Oh, what am I missing? Oh, this. What is that? I have no clue what I'm looking at. What? She's reading more? There's no way she's reading more. Why is she just reading more? I don't feel like it's her reading more. I wonder if I'm supposed to put that night.
Here's exactly what happened. This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Class trial is definitely my worst commentary.
Specifically,
there's not much for
those
me to
people
say,
were Hiro,
and sometimes
Toko,
I'm tweaking
and
out
Byakuya.
after what to shoot the bullet at.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
That's not it. That's not it. What, am I supposed to use the other one? I swapped it. How am I supposed to know which one's which though? What are you talking about?
Here's exactly what happened. But one of...
Okay.
And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
That's why this game's kinda dumb. It's a little dumb
Then,
sometimes.
from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro.
Oh damn, look at Sakura, he's sitting like that. Candy. Have a piece of candy.
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
What was Sakura doing though?
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing.
But what did Sakura
So
even
as soon
do
as the coast
by
was
being
clear-
the mastermind spy at all? Like, what'd she ever do? She's supposed to kill someone, I
She
guess.
jumped out of the
But she
locker
never
and hid the
did so.
magazine on the shelf with all the others.
My gosh. What am I supposed to put? Please. Oh, what else is there? There's like no other evidence. What even is that? Oh, is that putting it upside down?
Here's
Is that what that
exactly
one's
what
supposed to be? Oh my gosh. I hate this. That's putting the magazine upside down. Of course. How can I not have known?
Soon after,
This
she
game, I
watched
can't do
as Sakura
this.
slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro,
Damn, she's strong.
she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same
Oh, is that
someone
Sakura
quietly
fulfilling the
snatched
promise
bottle
of
poison
having
from
to
off the
murder
ground.
someone as the spy?
And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort
Why is this?
was you, Hina.
Whoa.
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
But why?
That's
What happened? But
No, why?
Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Oh no, Byakuya. Oh no.
Oh, well, I mean,
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated.
Oh.
That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Oh. Eureka. Okay. I think I did pretty good, except like, no, here and there.
Okay. I
Pretty
think
good,
we can
pretty
all
well.
agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
So I guess we only choose Sakura? Okay. What are we gonna do with that? There's no execution.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have been dead along the rest of
What are you
us.
thinking?
And yeah, why would you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason that Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why.
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
Yet, you don't mean you were gonna take all of us with you. We all have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. For serious?
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at us. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... I found it on the ground, in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her. Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me, I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me. But because of me,
I can't forgive this!
my closest friend got hurt. Sakura, because of me, my friends are all gonna kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry, I just want to talk to them. Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you.
Hina,
Please, don't think of anything like that. They're not my enemy.
they're friends.
Oh no. Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings. And then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own.
Why?
That's how far you pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came. Wait right here, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
Could I ask you to... Yeah, you got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab and saw the protein she'd asked for. When I got here, I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized. I saw someone had taken something from the poison shop, Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in, please open the door.
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness, that's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her, all of us. We killed her, but we pushed her into a corner, and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets, but even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey, hey,
I'm sorry to interrupt when you are about to deliver the final tearjerker, but
hey!
it's just taking so long. I'm falling asleep here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What do you mean? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on her suicide note.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words,
Well, what I'm actually trying to say is...
yes, indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. Oh, what? But Sakura already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was on me, baby.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
But what then? You lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. I just makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd leaven things up a little bit.
Well now.
I can't help you if you totally took my little scribble at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy, I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene, cut.
And?
So then, did she write in her real suicide note? Or what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
Isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Give me the willies.
Enough already.
Can you get on with it already?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, geez, talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. My good friend, Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I had to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in the strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But that neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic? Or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew eventually I would escalate into someone murder someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of my conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong, too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry. But please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest of you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But
This is top 10 Danganronpa sad moments. I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still.
What are you gonna do?
In the end, our meddling was like totally pointless.
Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, Her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
You deserve all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now, then, next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone. Huh? First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't
Say
waste.
what?
Huh? Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends. We need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight, yo. This is because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. Nobody can blame Hina either. Stop saying older. This is top 10 sad moments in Danganronpa. Waha. Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else.
What? What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that.
Phew.
Ah, lovely Byakuya. You understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game. Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost the sense of its excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it. Well, what's going on here? Now, I have only one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear now.
And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does that mean? Don't let us misunderstand. I haven't been moved by I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Whatever master goes, I go. And if that mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone.
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come out of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
what the heck?
The fun time, yeah? Anyway, let's forget about the good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment you've been waiting for. Punishment time.
What?
Wait, but Sakura's technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna... Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no. Just because the blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just summon whoever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about bear times one rule.
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment. It'd be a shame to let it go to waste.
Yahoo!
So for my special punishment, I prepared a special guest. Special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
What are they gonna punish? Like the dojo? Sakura's sister? Oh no. Chihiro, no. Oh guys, where am I? Where are my guys? Help me. No. Alter ego. No. Don't do this to alter ego, please. Oh, they do this. No, alter ego, no. Run! What the heck? Brutal. You
Oh,
You suck, man. You turned him into a mango hunk of junk. Dude, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence. Grilled is where it's at.
So,
I realize how difficult and dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this. I am scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
but still,
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might just think I'm some inhuman AI, but it's true, so it's okay.
I'm gonna do
If
my best.
Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and through down my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Huh? You're friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut up! He wasn't just a computer. He was my friend. And you killed him. Isn't what you call animalism, where a soul dwells within all things, even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually,
Finally, now. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with a laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was gonna play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
yep.
Well, I mean, the data in the laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you. Or maybe more like a reward in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network is just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to work as hard as everyone else so we can all get our share. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help, at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed. Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel a billion times better. What the heck?
very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody's who's died so far. The death of each and every one of our friends. They all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Moly, you're super mad, like unreasonably as such.
Well,
Okay, time to bring things to a close. But before that, I need to read the postscript.
what?
The postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a little bit left of Sakura's note. Huh? Pooh, do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go. Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of your truly. One other thing, Kina. There's something I'd like to tell others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of the school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one, another word, and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so the book club is dismissed for today. What? You can't just stop at the most important bit, alright, but? Makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad that you don't even freaking know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's playing. Like, I'd let you have any greaseball, any of you greaseballs have it. But,
Too bad.
sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note. And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not just going to lie down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it. Huh, wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die, she'll fight you? Well, whatever. Who cares about some dead musclehead has to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try and get some rest, you know? Maybe take some time to consider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long. Think hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message. Her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school. The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
Hey.
Answer me. What did you do to my body? The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I wonder if we were trapped in a simulation. I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off and the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. No! I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So the class trial is over, and Monokuma's gone.
but
So what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up? Oh yeah, okay, let's get out of here. But I Hinama still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out, man.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once. More than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. Huh? That was totally not normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
I can't suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
Huh?
Oh, what are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball because you are a sleazeball. Apparently you still have a death wish. Oh, more sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abuse give and take me. I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. And so, Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck upon us.
This has such. Okay then.
Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't imagine Remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep, but the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. Wait, huh? The voice dragged me from deep slumber into hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead.
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. But my door. It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey,
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. Well, what time is it?
correct.
3 o'clock in the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? It's so late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor to ask. What's your favor?
So,
Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not going to lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan to do that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered. The data center on the 4th floor. What?
goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Without another word, she was gone. What the? Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center. But I thought it was locked. I made my way into the after-hours school and headed for the data center on the 4th floor. Eventually, I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet me here. Is she maybe inside already? I put my hand onto the door, and with a certain amount of force, it didn't open. I tried again, but it must be locked. What was it Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
Oh ho! What are you doing up, mister? Yeah.
Damn it!
Breaking into a locker room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know? Well, I just... You're trying to tell me you didn't exactly bust in yet, right? But
Hey!
I can see that, you know? Don't waste my time and tell me crap I can see for myself.
Unbelievable.
It looks like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or are you gonna try to tell me you were sleepwalking or something? No, nothing like that. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know? Stop keeping weird and go back to bed. What's wrong?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making a racket? Kyoko?
You too? You guys?
Whatever, the two of you. Just head back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto, let's head back. What?
Hey,
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
shall we go?
Don't worry about it, let's just go. Okay. Yeah, go on. Get out of here, shoo. So we left and went back to our rooms. And then,
Goodbye.
so goodbye. Oh, hold on. Listen, what was that all about just now? She woke me up and made me go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked. And she shows up late. We leave without checking a single thing. What was the point of all that? Don't worry about it. I figured that would be the end of our conversation, just like always, but...
Goodbye.
Well then, good night. Sure. And then that was over. As I turned to leave,
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Kyoko was right next to me once again, whispering to my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Ultimate despair? And a girl? Oh boy, I wonder if I'm the ultimate hope. I hope so. They should erect a bronze statue of me. Question mark? 8 left? Oh, 7 left, question mark. Yeah, otherwise it's 6. Altar lump. What is that?
Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Okay, thank you for watching this episode of Danganronpa Let's Play. I'll see you guys back next time. Wait, 1 second. Oh, okay. I thought it was not recording audio the whole time. It is.